Cancer disease treatment and prevention. Before I start the video, let me like it, so it will be one of the first to see the next videos that I will upload. In this video, I will talk about the terrible and deadly disease of cancer. I will name you 24 best foods to prevent cancer. I will name you 7 more powerful alkaline foods against cancer. Cancer cells are a group of people of diseases entailing uncommon cell development with the potential to spread out or invade other parts of the body. These contrast with benign tumors, which do not spread out. Possible symptoms and signs include a lump, abnormal bleeding, long-term coughing, inexplicable fat burning, and also a modification in bowel movements. While these signs and symptoms may suggest cancer cells, they can likewise have other reasons. Over 100 sorts of cancers influence human beings. Cigarette usage is the root cause of 22% of cancer cell fatalities. An additional 10% is because of excessive weight, bad diet regimen, absence of exercise, or too much alcohol consumption of alcohol. Various other elements consist of particular infections, direct exposure to ionizing radiation, and also toxic wastes. In the establishing globe, 15% of cancer cells are because of infections such as Helicobacter pylori, liver disease B, liver disease C, human papillomavirus infection, Epstein-Barr infection, and also human immunodeficiency infection (HIV). These elements act, a minimum of partially, by altering the genetics of a cell. Generally, numerous hereditary modifications are needed before cancer cells establish. Roughly 5–10% of cancer cells are because of acquired congenital diseases from an individual's moms and dads. Cancer cells can be discovered by specific symptoms and signs or evaluating examinations. It is after that normally better examined by clinical imaging as well as verified by biopsy. Lots of cancer cells can be avoided by not smoking cigarettes, keeping a healthy and balanced weight, not consuming alcohol, way too much alcohol, consuming a lot of veggies, fruits, and also entire grains, inoculation versus particular contagious illness, not eating excessive refined as well as red meat, as well as staying clear of way too much sunshine exposure. Early discovery with testing works for cervical and also colon anal cancer cells. The advantages of testing in bust cancer cells are questionable. Cancer cells are usually treated with some mix of radiation treatment, surgical treatment, radiation treatment, as well as a targeted treatment. Discomfort, as well as signs and symptom monitoring, are a fundamental part of treatment. Palliative treatment is especially essential in individuals with innovative illness. The possibility of survival depends upon the sort of cancer cells as well as the level of condition at the beginning of therapy. In kids under 15 at medical diagnosis, the 5-year survival price in the industrialized globe gets on ordinary 80% for cancer cells in the USA. The ordinary 5-year survival price is. In 2015, concerning 90.5 million individuals had cancer cells. Concerning 14.1 million brand new situations take place a year, not consisting of skin cancer cells besides cancer malignancy. It triggered 8.8 million fatalities, 15.7% of fatalities. One of the most usual kinds of cancer cells in men are lung cancer cells, prostate cancer cells, colon anal cancer cells, as well as tummy cancer cells. In women, one of the most typical kinds is bust cancer cells, colon anal cancer cells, lung cancer cells, as well as cervical cancer cells. It would certainly account for about 40% of instances if skin cancer cells various other than cancer malignancy were consisted of in overall brand new cancer cells situations each year. In kids, severe lymphoblastic leukemia, as well as mind lumps, are most typical, other than in Africa where non-Hodgkin lymphoma happens more frequently. In 2012, 165,000 kids under 15 years old were identified with cancer cells. The threat of cancer cells enhances considerably with age, as well as lots of cancer cells happen even more generally in industrialized nations. Prices are enhancing as even more individuals live to seniority, and also a way of life modifications happen in the creating globe. The monetary expenses of cancer cells were approximated at $1.16 trillion each year since 2010. The 24 best foods to prevent cancer. 1. Green tea. 2. Blackberries. 3. Raspberries. 4. Blueberries. 5. Lemons. 6. Onion. 7. Kale. 8. Green leafy vegetables. 9. Turmeric. 10. Artichokes. 11. Garlic. 12. Tomato. 13. Olive oil. 14. Dark chocolate. 15. Oregano. 16. Ginger. 17. Cauliflower. 18. Brussels sprouts. 19. Avocado. 20. Nuts and seeds. 21. Broccoli. 22. Mushrooms. 23. Ginseng. 24. Broccoli and kale sprouts. 7 more powerful alkaline foods against cancer. 1. Spinach. Like most leafy vegetables, they have a large amount of water and a very low percentage of proteins, carbohydrates, and lipids. It is distinguished by its high nutritional richness since its vitamin and mineral content exceeds the rest of the vegetables. It is one of the richest vegetables in calcium, magnesium, iron, and potassium, as well as vitamins A, C, and folic acid. However, its richness in oxalic acid represents a problem since this compound interferes with the absorption of calcium, sodium, and potassium. 2. Kale. Kale is a dark green leafy vegetable, sometimes with purple. It is full of nutrients and flavor. Kale belongs to the same family as broccoli, wild cabbage, and cauliflower. All these vegetables are full of vitamins and minerals. Kale is rich in calcium, potassium and has a good amount of fiber to help maintain your regular bowel movements. It contains antioxidants that help prevent cell damage and may also help protect against cancer. 3. Cucumber. Cucumber is a summer vegetable, elongated and about 15 centimeters long. Its skin is green that lightens until it becomes yellow at maturity. Currently, it can be found in European markets throughout the year. Fresh cucumbers can be purchased or pickled in vinaigrette. If you suffer from acid reflux, cucumber can become a natural medicine. Since this vegetable reduces acute peaks of acid reflux by improving the pH of the stomach. Also, your skin contains insoluble fiber, very suitable to combat constipation by improving intestinal transit. 4. Broccoli. This is a type of plant belonging to the Brassicaceae family, a family of which cauliflower is a member. The main characteristics of this species are that it has many fleshy branches that end in the form of heads. These are edible, very similar to cauliflower, only that this plant is dark green. This plant has turned out to be a potent anti-cancer agent since inside it has substances known as glucosinolates and indoles. These protect the tissues of the carcinogenic compounds. Excellent results have been seen against breast, prostate, cervical cancer, as well as in different internal organs such as the liver, kidneys, intestine and colon. Its anti-cancer properties are reinforced with different compounds such as vitamins C, A and E, and electrolytes such as potassium, zinc and amino acids. 5. Avocado. Avocado is fruit and vegetables at the same time. An exquisite and smooth hazelnut flavor and a tender and creamy consistency allow its combination with any food. Generally, avocado keeps the heart healthy, reduces cholesterol levels, controls blood pressure, contains anti-inflammatory properties. Regulates blood sugar levels, prevents birth defects, reduces the risk of strokes, protects against cancer, is a good anti-aging method, removes bad breath by cleaning the intestine, increases the absorption of nutrients, takes care of the skin and helps to gain weight. 6. Celery. Celery is a vegetable with long, fleshy and succulent petioles that are known as pens. These can be eaten raw in salads or alone, fried, cooked, with sauces and as a condiment for soups, stews, etc. Celery is a source of vitamins of group B, C and A, thus, 2 stems provide approximately 15% of the recommended daily intake of vitamins A and C. The bitter taste and strong aroma are due to some components such as a glycoside called patina and the oil called apiol. However, modern varieties have that bitter taste very reduced. 7. Pepper. The pepper is a vegetable of variable shape, size, and color. It can be green, red, yellow, orange and even black. Its flavor can be sweet or spicy and is consumed fresh, canned, etc. The pepper is consumed raw. Kale is a dark green leafy vegetable, sometimes with purple. It is full of nutrients and flavor. Kale belongs to the same family as broccoli, wild cabbage, and cauliflower. All these vegetables are full of vitamins and minerals.